Yo, today I'm making Julian Jordan's DuDuDu or DuDuDu. Welcome to the channel, boys and girls. Today we're making a new Stamp Records release called DuDuDu by our boy Julian Jordan. Yeah, he's not French. He's from the Netherlands. If you haven't liked this video yet, well, you're not alone because I haven't either, okay? Because I'm still recording it, so the video hasn't come out. So by logic, if you're still recording and the video hasn't come out, it's impossible to... Yeah, alright, let's move into the project. So yeah, guys, to start it off, in order to sound like Julian Jordan, it is really simple. You just need to add like a bunch of alarms, alright? And sirens. So this is a project, guys. I really like this track by Julian Jordan. I think he always manages to make these amazing tracks with amazing grooves, punchy kicks, punchy bass, and also some really nice vocal chops, all right? So as you may know, I'm not the best on sound design. So for this one, I pretty much just remade the drums, the bass, and I used the vocal from the original track. All right, so there's not a lot to it. It's pretty simple sample choosing and mixing, but it really sounds nice. I think we got a close result. Obviously, we could get it even closer by mixing it better, by spending more time on searching those filling samples, filling leads. I could have also made the vocals, but it's never going to sound the same unless you know which sample you used. And yeah, so let's start by the drums, guys. The first thing I did here was to get a really nice kick. Okay, it sounds like this. To get this kick, I sampled the original song and extracted the kick out of it. Then I got some claps. The first one sounds like this. And the second one goes like that. Both together with a kick. You can see that this kick is already punchy and really bassy, so this already makes it sound really full. Then we got this top percussion loop. I think it's from Spinning Record sample pack on Splice, and sounds like this. A really housey loop, and then with the clap and kick, it goes like this. Then to make it sound a bit more fuller, I added some open hi-hats. They go like this. And all the drums together, and we got this. Right, so really punchy. For the mixing, I didn't do pretty much anything, so just raw samples, because they already sound so good, so processed, and they probably are because they come from Splice, so everything is already sounding really treated on there, okay? Moving on, guys, we got the bass. This is how it sounds in solo. The bass doesn't sound perfect, all right? Doesn't sound exactly the same as the original track, but I think it fitted really well, and I can show you how I made it. So the first synth I used was a Spire synth that goes like this. Really bassy. It has this sort of delay. It sounds in the center, but also a bit on the sides. Okay, and then we have this top lead, this top bass, that is a sample that goes like this. It's sort of a slap house sample, right? If you want bass shots like this, you can find out my slap house sample pack. The link will be in the description, and it's selling for just $5 until the end of the year. Okay, so both basses together, they sound like this. For the processing, I just added a kickstart at around 80 for the sidechain and another one on the second bass with 60. The reason I added 60 on the second one is so I don't cut off too much attack from the bass, all right? Then on the first one, I still got a sausage fattener to make it a bit more distorted so we can check it without the sausage fattener. It goes like this. Then some sausage fattener. And boom, magic. Then for the second bass, the top lead, I just added some 3D EQ to cut out the low end so it wouldn't clash with the first bass. And then the kickstart, as I already told you. Then if we check the drums together with the bass, it sounds like this. Really punchy. Moving on to the vocals, guys, and in order to make it sound closer to the original song, I sampled them from Julian Jordan's track. But it doesn't end at that, all right? I try to use the original sample and then try to use some processing to match the drop. All right, so we can check it out. It sounds like this. As you can see right here, Julian Jordan used some sort of gator and filter to make it sound like this. Just before the drop hits, it is not sounding exactly the same. I'm not sure how he made it, which VST he used or whatever it was that he used, but I try to make it sound close. If you know, just leave it down in the comments, but I try to make it sound as close as I could. And what I used for this was I used some Deep Blue glitch, all right, and I added a gator on it, okay? Then I used some Fruity Stereo Shaper. This is used to make it go on the sides, okay? So it adds delay to the left or right signals, okay? And then I also added some Fruity Reverb to make it sound bigger, all right? So without anything, it would go like this. Then we add the reverb. And you see already it sounds bigger. And then the Deep Blue glitch, which is the gator effect. And the stereo shaper is connected to this automation here. So if you listen to it with the reverb, you already notice that it automatically goes to the sides. All right. And then on the first drop, the vocal sounds like this. Then on the second one, it changes to this. How I made this, guys, was to use Manipulator by Infected Mushrooms. All right, so the original vocal sounded like this before. Then we add some Manipulator, and here I just put the format to -3, okay? So let's turn it on and change it. So it will sound like this. Then we adjust the format and boom. Then to finish it off, I just added some kickstart at 100%. And not forgetting the EQ at the beginning that I used to get out the low end so it wouldn't clash with the bass and the kick. And yeah, last but not least, guys, we have some effects, not too many, all right. For starters, we just have this alarm here, which is pretty much a signature from Julian Jordan, and it goes like this. It doesn't sound exactly as the original, but it sounds pretty close. Then I just added some reverb to it to make it play longer than the sample. Okay, it goes like this. And then just a simple exhaust with sidechain at the first bar of the drop. If we check it with the drums and bass, it goes like this. So you can see that all these little details make a lot of difference. And yeah, to finish it off, guys, I feel like this wasn't sounding as bright as the original track. And instead of adding more samples and boosting the highs on the EQ, I just used this little cheat trick, which was to export the original track, but with a low cut. So at around like 5K or something, just to get that high top end. And it sounds like this, okay? So you can still hear the voice, but this is pretty much to get the loops high end, so the top loops high end, and those other filling synths and samples that Julian Jordan used. So without it, it would sound like this. And then we add it, and it sounds like this. Okay, so it makes a bit of a difference and it makes it sound a bit closer to the original one. So yeah, that is it for the track, guys. It's pretty simple. Don't forget you can get this FLP for free and you'll have access to all the samples and all the leads and also the processing. And yeah, let's listen to the final result. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section if you want more remakes like this. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, hit the bell, do some stretching because it's good to your body. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.